West Lafayette, Indiana. West Lafayette is a city in Wabash Township, Tippecanoe County, Indiana, United States, about 65 miles northwest of the state capital of Indianapolis and 103 miles southeast of Chicago. West Lafayette is directly across the Wabash River from its sister city, Lafayette. As of the 2016 census estimate, its population was 45,872. It is the most densely populated city in Indiana and is home to Purdue University. Augustus Wiley laid out a town in 1836 in the Wabash River floodplain south of the present levee. Due to regular flooding of the site, Wiley's town was never built. The present city was formed in 1888 by the merger of the adjacent suburban towns of Chauncey, Oakwood, and Kingston, located on a bluff across the Wabash River from Lafayette, Indiana. The three towns had been small suburban villages which were directly adjacent to one another. Kingston was laid out in 1855 by Jesse B. Lutz. Chauncey was platted in 1860 by the Chauncey family of Philadelphia, wealthy land speculators. Chauncey and Kingston formed a municipal government in 1866 which selected the name Chauncey. The new town of Chauncey remained a small suburban village until Purdue University opened in 1869. In 1871, Chauncey voted to be annexed by Lafayette because it was unable to provide the infrastructure. Lafayette voted against annexing Chauncey because of the high cost of the many improvements that the village lacked. In May 1888, the town of Chauncey voted to change its name to West Lafayette after a petition signed by 152 electors. By that time, the growth of the university was fueling the growth of the little town. The address of Purdue University was given as Lafayette, Indiana until well into the 20th century. West Lafayette never gained a railroad depot and lagged several years behind Lafayette in the establishment of municipal infrastructure and services. Today, West Lafayette has established itself as a separate city, with independent services and unique neighborhoods distinct from those of its sister city, Lafayette. In November 2013, the city of West Lafayette approved an annexation that placed much of the Purdue University academic campus and residence hall system within the official boundaries of the municipality for the first time. This expansion also included a large section of the U.S. Highway 231 corridor that was previously part of unincorporated Tippecanoe County. Alpha Tau Omega Fraternity House, Jesse Andrew House, Chauncey Stadium Avenue's Historic District, John E. and Catherine E. Christian House, Curtis Grace House, Happy Hollow Heights Historic District, Hills and Dales Historic District, Morton School, and the Varsity are listed on the National Register of Historic Places. The city of West Lafayette has its fair share of nonprofits, many of whom are committed to preserving the arts. Organizations like the Tippecanoe Arts Federation has a mission to grow the arts. The International Center of West Lafayette helps them to achieve this goal by being a member organization of TAF. West Lafayette lies in central Tippecanoe County and overlooks the Wabash River, which borders the city on the east and south. Most of the city lies in eastern Wabash Township, though a small portion on the northeast side extends into Tippecanoe Township. Elevations range from slightly over 500 feet near the river to more than 720 feet in northern parts of the city near U.S. Route 52. According to the 2010 census, West Lafayette has a total area of 7.63 square miles, of which 7.62 square miles is land and 0.01 square miles is water. As of the census of 2010, there were 29,796 people, 11,945 households, and 4,072 families residing in the city. The population density was 3,884.0 inhabitants per square mile. There were 12,591 housing units at an average density of 1,652.4 per square mile. The racial makeup of the city was 65.2% white, 6.8% African American, 0.1% Native American, 17.3% Asian, 0.9% from other races, and 2.1% from two or more races. Hispanic or Latino of any race were 7.6% of the population. There were 11,945 households of which 16.0% had children under the age of 18 living with him, 27.2% were married couples living together, 4.4% had a female householder with no husband present, 2.5% had a male householder with no wife present, and 65.9% were non-families. 34.2% of all households were made up of individuals and 7.9% had someone living alone who was 65 years of age or older. The average household size was 2.22 and the average family size was 2.92. The median age in the city was 22.8 years. 11.8% of residents were under the age of 18, 49.4% were between the ages of 18 and 24, 18.4% were from 25 to 44, 11.7% were from 45 to 64, and 8.7% were 65 years of age or older. The gender makeup of the city was 54.2% male and 45.8% female. Following the 2010 census, West Lafayette annexed additional territory including the Purdue University main campus. The Census Bureau released an updated report to reflect the boundary updates. The census now reports 14,053 households and a population of 42,010. As of the census of 2000, there were 28,778 people, 10,462 households, and 3,588 families residing in the city. The population density was 5,219.6 people per square mile. There were 10,819 housing units at an average density of 1,962.3 per square mile. The racial makeup of the city was 77.3% white, 11.3% Asian, 5.4% African American, 0.2% Native American, less than 0.1% Pacific Islander, 1.2% from other races, and 1.6% from two or more races. Hispanic or Latino of any race were 6.2% of the population. There were 10,462 households, out of which 14.9% had children under the age of 18 living with them, 27.6% were married couples living together, 4.4% had a female householder with no husband present, and 65.7% were non-families. 32.7% of all households were made up of individuals and 7.3% had someone living alone who was 65 years of age or older. The average household size was 2.26 and the average family size was 2.89. In the city, the population was spread out with 10.4% under the age of 18, 54.6% from 18 to 24, 16.9% from 25 to 44, 10.3% from 45 to 64, and 7.7% who were 65 years of age or older. The median age was 22 years. For every 100 females, there were 133.5 males. For every 100 females age 18 and over, there were 137.2 males. The median income for a household in the city was $24,869, and the median income for a family was $71,510. Males had a median income of $46,787 versus $30,218 for females. The per capita income for the city was $18,337. About 9.5% of families and 38.3% of the population were below the poverty line, including 9.5% of those under age 18 and 3.6% of those age 65 or over. The city's elected officials consist of the mayor, a clerk, and a 9-member common council. The 9-member common council holds the city's legislative authority, and makes the laws through ordinances, orders, resolutions and motions. The city is divided into 6 districts, and the common council consists of 1 council member from each district, plus 3 at-large council members. Elected by the council members, the president of the common council presides over the council meetings and is first in the line of succession should the mayor not finish his or her term of office. All city elected officials have term of office of 4 years with no limit on the number of terms. Regular elections for all offices are held at the same time in the odd year preceding the presidential election year. The following is a list of all mayors of West Lafayette since the position began in 1924. West Lafayette is the home of Purdue University's main campus, with an enrollment of over 40,000 students. The West Lafayette Community School Corporation administers 3 schools. The school district is not coterminous with the municipality. Areas annexed by the city after 2000 continue to be served by county schools. Students attend Cumberland Elementary School through 3rd grade, while students in grades 4 to 6 attend Happy Hollow Elementary School. Students in the 7th grade and above attend West Lafayette Junior-Senior High School. The Seventh-day Adventist Church operates Pleasant View SDA School, which offers courses for grades K-8, and the Montessori School of Greater Lafayette teaches K-6. There are other schools, both public and private, that have a West Lafayette address. but these are actually located outside the city limits. Approximately 77% of West Lafayette's population aged 25 or older hold a bachelor's degree or higher according to the U.S. Census 2005 to 2007 American Community Survey. The city ranks sixth highest on this measure among U.S. municipalities between 20,000 and 65,000 population. In addition, the Tippecanoe School Corporation and Lafayette School Corporation operate public schools outside the West Lafayette city limits. There are also a variety of private schools in Lafayette, and an Ivy Tech Community College branch. The town has a lending library, the West Lafayette Public Library. The economy of West Lafayette is heavily influenced by the presence of Purdue University, with an enrollment of nearly 40,000, almost as much as the city's population. The university employs 12,000 people, most of whom live in either West Lafayette or Lafayette. The 725-acre Purdue Research Park, established in 1961, is home to more than 140 companies, of which nearly 100 are technology-related. As of 2009, these companies employ more than 3,000. The park offers communications infrastructure, research facilities, a business incubation complex to help start-up firms, and scenic walking trails and lakes. It is one of the largest university-affiliated research parks in the United States. The Purdue Research Park is owned by Purdue Research Foundation, the university's nonprofit funding and technology licensing arm. Commercial activities, however, take place mostly across the river in Lafayette. The largest commercial area in West Lafayette is the 90-acre Wabash Landing/Levee area, which has become a thriving urban-type district since the entire area was reconstructed and the pedestrian bridge to Lafayette replaced the old State Street Bridge. The levee features Wabash Landing, a complex containing shops, restaurants, coffee houses, a 9-screen movie theater, a Hilton Garden Inn, and the Riverside Skating Center. West Lafayette residents use many of the news and media outlets located in its twin city of Lafayette. Media located in West Lafayette proper include: public transportation in West Lafayette is managed by the Greater Lafayette Public Transportation Corporation. For notable residents associated with Purdue University, see List of Purdue University people. For notable natives from the neighboring city Lafayette, Indiana, see that page. Neighboring city Lafayette, Indiana, see that page. Neighboring